Hey everybody, Maddox here, and welcome to another episode of the Pokehistorian, the show where we take a look at some of your favorite Pokemon cards you know, and hopefully some that you don't know. So without further ado, let's dive into today's episode. And we're taking a look at the Crystal Lugia. Very iconic card from the Aquapolis set. That set came out on January 15th, 2003, so it's pretty vintage at this point. Had 186 cards, and so for that time it was pretty large. What really set this card apart from the series that came before it, the Expedition set of Pokemon cards, were these new Crystal type Pokemon. So if you take a look here, it has this special Crystal type Pokebody, which essentially said whenever you attach one of the three energies listed there, Lugia's type would change to whatever that type of energy was that you attached to it. So nothing like that had been done before. So it was very interesting, very unique concept. And then you can take a look at the attacks there too. They all had a bunch of different variety of energy cards. So the Lugia wasn't the only Crystal type Pokemon from the Aquapolis set. There's actually two others. You had the Kingdra, which was pretty cool, and the Nidoking, which is a lot of people's favorite as well. These were all part of the E-Series set of Pokemon cards. And then Skyridge, the set that actually came out after this, had even more Crystal type Pokemon, had 6. And that one had the Celebi, there was a Charizard, there's a Crobat, a Golem, a Ho-Oh, a Kabutops, and perhaps someday on this channel we'll take a look at some of those as well. But very iconic card. Lugia is always a favorite of everyone. Let's take a good look at the holo here. See, you have Lugia jumping out of the sea. There's some lightning bolts in the background. It kind of gives you similar vibes to that new Lugia card that came out recently in Silver Tempest there. He's got his mouth open, probably heading out to cause some storms somewhere, or maybe he just was tired of sleeping and decided to go out for a fly around the ocean. And then down there at the bottom, you got the Aquapolis symbol. That's how you know it's from that set. And then of course the famous E-Series borders there along the side, nice and shiny. And with the E-Series borders, as everyone knows, with the more common cards, they actually had a bunch of dots on the side, and you could scan that in a device that was called the E-Reader, and would tell you more about the Pokemon. I always like looking at the E-Series set of Pokemon cards, whether it's Aquapolis, Skyridge, or Expedition. It was an interesting time in Pokemon history. Nobody really cared about the cards that much at that time. I remember I thought the cards and the artwork from those sets around this time were very strange. And I think part of it too was like there weren't any new Pokemon. I mean, we had just done all the Neo series, so that was cool getting to see all the new Neo Pokemon. And before that, we had had all of the original sets from Wizards. So by the time you got to the E-Series, it kind of felt like there wasn't a whole lot new to see, but now in hindsight, obviously, you take a look at these cards, and the artwork is just gorgeous, and a lot of this focus on artwork is carried forward to today, where you are still seeing a lot of beautiful artwork, and some artwork that's arguably even better than this era. Another thing to pay attention to with the Crystal series Pokemon is they were all colorless energy types to start. So anyways, a really cool piece of Pokemon history, very sought after card. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what you see, feel free to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what your favorite Crystal Pokemon is. See you next time.